It's the way you read. It's the, okay. It's the way you act. It's the way you act. Hey y'all, it's Michael. I just finished the previous daily reading vlog, so I thought I would jump into the next one so that way I can keep it going. I'm gonna start on it. This is Journey to the End of Night. I still have my receipt, don't judge me. Journey to the End of Night by Louise Ferdinand Céline. I think that's how you pronounce it. Translated from the French by Ralph Manheim, afterword by William T. Wallman. I bought this book. If you saw that vlog, I bought this book in Atlanta because it has a horse on it, and I was there for Beyonce, and I was like, I'm gonna read it. So yay! This novel next, which is Fire Rush by Jacqueline Crooks. This is the book for Read So Lit to celebrate Black History Month in the UK. I'm reading this with Didi and Tati, so yeah, check out our live show on the last Saturday of October. So yeah, I need to finish this so I can start on this. So I'm excited. I don't know what any of the book is about. I'm just going in blind.
Quite feminine on his body type.
Yeah.
Cool. But I think
Just eating
we
rice.
might be in the same place.
What is going on here? Naomi, show everyone your head helmet. Naomi, your head helmet. Oh wow. What? What's that?
Okay, she's back.
Oh my gosh, wow. What you doing? You got my camera? Hey, careful. Careful, careful. Look. Is that you? Who is that? You see yourself? Look. Look. Alright, hold on, let me pause this right quick. I have my headphones on. I hope y'all can hear me. I'm watching tonight for a horror movie. I'm watching this one called The Autopsy of Jane Doe. First off, what is Brian Cox doing on this movie? I was like, what? Whoa, that shook me because I was like, what are you doing here, sir? Ariana, what are you doing here? Hey y'all, it's late at night and I thought I would give you a little bit of a reading update as we go towards the weekend. So I have been reading tonight, Journey to the End of the Night by Celine. And I don't have that much of a concrete thought on it. I just reached the 50-page mark, and for the past few days I've been getting sleepy as I was reading it. It's weird. I want to get more. I'll give you all more of my thoughts once I reach the 100-page mark. But I did some research on the author because I never heard of him before. Apparently he doesn't have some nice thoughts, but okay, sure. I'll still keep reading. We'll see. Now I know why there's a picture of a horse on here. That's all I can say. But the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because I'm gonna read it with another book as I read this, because I find, and one of those things is I've been trying to be one of those people who just read one book at one time. That's hard for me because I think that's I am one of those people who I don't know, I just like to change it, change the vibes. So while I'm reading with this, my hold came in from the library unbeknownst to me, and I had to renew my library card too, so that was killing two birds with one stone. Is this Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I've heard mixed things about this. We'll see how it goes. I don't think it's gonna be that yeah, granted it's a lot of pages, but I think it'll read fast. It'll read faster than this, because this is written in this very internal way, if that makes any sense. But it has this, it's weird because it's so pessimistic, the view of the main character. We'll see. But I thought I would just change it up. We'll see how the reading goes. Now tomorrow I do have book club, so I'm super excited because I haven't been to book club in a while, so yay. Hello there. Let me put this here. Hey y'all, it's Michael. How are y'all? Hey, it's a beautiful day. It's Sunday. Yay! I'm off. Yay! The thing though is so I am just going to I don't know. To be honest, I really need to go get some skincare, but at the same time it's do I really need to go get some skincare? Alright, yeah, I just used Sal. I just finished eating at Panera. Yeah, I decided just to go to Panera. I was sure, why not? The reason why I wanted to go, I'm studying my teeth. The reason why I wanted to go, what's going on? The reason why I wanted to go was because I wanted some butternut squash soup. But y'all, they were out. I was like, oh, fine. I guess I'll get the chili, which was it was okay. But then I was like, oh, okay. You know what I also wanted? Because you know you could get the two thing. I wanted the broccoli and teriyaki bowl. They were out of that too, and I was like, it's fine. And then I got one of these drinks to go. I got it without ice, so that way I can, because I'm gonna go get Starbucks. It's right across the street. Actually, let me press my order right now. So that way it can be in the car and the ice won't melt. But yeah, other than that, just gonna relax a bit and go read. Yay! Luckily, it's not hot today, so. Okay, y'all. I was in Starbucks. I didn't record, cause y'all, I did read though. I did read. It is so cold in there, like disgustingly cold. Like, what is going on? Y'all, it was so cold there. I swear to you, it was so cold in there. Okay, I don't know where I'm gonna go now. I think I might just go home. It's very dreary out tonight. Today, you can tell. It was so cold in there. What? Oh. Oh. Hi. Gotta go.
Not really, Mom.
It's hot.
It's only because we're right in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
But then if I didn't come over here in a hat, Mom will like, why you holla?
Oh my goodness. Look at your little hair. Look at your little hair.
Hindi maalala with data. Oh. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Hey y'all, okay, I thought we'd make this my goodbye clip. I thought I was gonna film outside, but I think there's too much noise and the light, I don't know, it's finicky right now. Anyways, that doesn't matter. So I thought I would make this my goodbye clip and I'll wrap up this the movies and the books that I have been reading. So let me talk about some of the movies that I have been watching. I'm trying to watch a horror movie every night. I think I'm caught up, but we'll see. Tonight I haven't decided what I wanted to watch. But here's some highlights. I did watch Ugetsu. I really like this. This is a classic black and white Japanese film. This was great. This falls technically under horror because it has a ghost element to it. So that's what I love most about horror movies in general, is just the breadth and just the depth of it, is that there's so many subgenres within the genre, and I really like it. And here's the thing about watching black and white movies, especially if you have an OLED. If you love movies, I always recommend people invest into an OLED because you will see the difference night and day when you watch an old movie. Oh my god, because it's like, this is a little bit of a thing. Long story short, basically, since all of those movies were captured on film, 4K, like the resolution of film is so sharp and so, like, especially if they filmed it really nicely, that it shows so well on a 4K OLED TV. Like it's oh my, the blacks are so deep and the whites are so bright. It is beautiful. But yeah, I really liked it. Next, I watched The Blackening. I thought this was really funny. One thing I was disappointed about this is because I watched this on Stars, because I used my sister's account because she has Stars so they can watch like Power and stuff. First off, why isn't this in 4K? I was like, none of the stuff on Stars is in 4K. I was like, come on, we need to do better. But yeah, overall, I thought it was funny. Some of the, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, the NAACP joke was so funny. I was like, bruh. I laughed. I'm sorry. But it was funny. I really enjoyed it. The next one, it was like one of those movies where I was watching it, even though by myself, I was still having a good time. Like, I just felt like this would have been so much fun to watch at an actual movie theater. I think I would have, like, gotten more from it because just the humor is so funny. The next thing that I watched was Incantation. This was on Netflix. This was okay. I actually enjoyed this because some of the scares were genuinely scary and it did ramp up, but I was like, okay.
I did feel scared, so that's why I enjoyed it. But I was like, okay. The next one I watched was The Autopsy of Jane Doe. I was so shocked and surprised that Brian Cox is in here, and I was like, what are you doing here? He is he's most famous right now for probably Succession, and I was like, what are you doing here? But I enjoyed this. The last act of this film basically kind of falters for me, but overall I was like, ooh, okay, we're gonna be doing something. The next one that I watched, I loved, okay, which was Deep Red. This is an Italian giallo film, if I'm pronouncing that right, which technically falls under horror because it has not gratuitous, but it has murder essentially. Oh my god, this is one of those things where I've never watched this type of movie, and now I want to watch even more of it. So giallo films are basically Italian movies. From my understanding, these yellow covers, so that's why they're called giallos, because that's what I believe giallo means. And it's basically like murder, but like it has this sense of camp. This movie was so much fun to watch because it was like ridiculous and campiness in the best way possible, and I had such a good time watching it. I loved it so much. It was like what is going on? And there is this one scare in here that generally gave me, like, I laughed because I was scared. For its time, for me anyways, it was very like female forward. I was like, oh, I really like that. The shock. I was like, the way that the story just kept propelling essentially. And there are moments in here I was like, what is going on? Like, I just kept saying to myself, what is going on? But I enjoyed it so much. I had such a good time watching this movie. I really enjoyed it. Next one that I watched was Horror Noir, A History of Black Horror. This is basically a documentary about Black people in horror movies. This was very insightful. I enjoyed it. All the examples were, I actually learned a lot, and I was like, oh, that's really interesting. Especially like when Tenerife Do quotes on there was like, she said, unfortunately, Black history is Black horror. I was like, ma'am, this is why you are a writer. You bars, okay? Bars. I was like, wow. It was really insightful. I would recommend it if you get a chance. It's on Shudder. All right, let me quickly talk about the books that I got through this this week. First, I did get through a little bit of Journey to the End of the Night. This book is really interesting because it's about war, but like in a almost like it's a pessimistic view of war. And the main character, he's very pessimistic about war in general, actually about a lot of things. I'm not that deep into it. And come to find out, apparently Celine wasn't that great of a person. But then again, in my head, I'm always thinking like, there are a lot of authors like this that people love, like Dr. Seuss and stuff like that. So I was like, but I'm gonna still keep going. If anything, y'all, this is a book. I don't know if it's a translation or the actual French itself, but it is written in a way where it is like bars, okay? There are moments in here where I was like, that is a quote. I was like, wow, that is a great quote. I was like, okay. And I love this like kind of just like random, like just the thoughts going through, like the way it's written, the thoughts. I was like, ooh, I'm kind of liking it. You're saying things low key. Ooh, okay. Okay, this camera's overheating, so I'm gonna let it rest because I have to talk to y'all about this book, okay? Fourth Wing. Okay? Let this camera rest. All right, ooh, the lighting has changed. So, let me talk about this. So this is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. This book is hyped up to the height, like to the top of the mountain. And so far, I'm only on page 133 so far right now, and I'm obviously going to read more. The thing is, I can see why people like it, and I can also see why people don't like it. I talked to my book club members about this book. I was like, yeah, I'm reading Fourth Wing. They were like, oh man, they were like, the book two girlies love it. And I was like, yeah, I'm about to see if I like it too. She was like, yeah, it falls into romantasy. And I was like, that must be a new thing, okay? Because for me, when I think of fantasy, I think of like grand heights and whatnot. Romance doesn't exactly fall under that when I think about it personally. Now, I don't actually mind romance. When you're so in love, you just feel drunk. And I was like, there's like the best. No cap. I'm telling you, being drunk in love is one of the best things ever. You just feel so good. And so I don't mind romance. I'm okay with it. And here, okay. So this book is about Violet, and she is in this like basically school where she is trying to pass essentially and form a bond with a dragon. And they're like into classes like first wing, second wing, third wing, fourth wing, and at the end, there's basically a test to see if you can bond with a dragon because it's important. And there's a whole sort of like fantasy world within this. Here's the thing. I'm not that deep into it, okay? So I'm just gonna tell you off the top. The world building is fine. It's like it's okay because the romance kind of takes a heavy a precedence here before the world building. Because let's be honest, like. It's not the world building something to like Game of Thrones or something. Like they would. There's so much to talk about this book for real. Like so much. There are parts in here where like she would just mention like a random gods that they worship, and it's like, okay. Or like sometimes. One thing that I think is really cringy to me about this is the dialogue. Oh my god. And I don't know if I was like, am I being a prude? Because there are parts in here where I feel like if they just take out all the cursing, all the F words, all the like S words, and I was like, I feel like it would elevate it a little bit because there are parts in here I was like, do we really need a curse? Like, I don't know if it's just me being, I don't know. I was like, am I being a boomer right now? Because I was like, I feel like we could, like, the dialogue is cringe because it feels so try-hard. Barnes & Noble, and I saw this, like, on the thing, and you know how it says something on, like, you know how the booksellers will write something on the bottom to, like, entice the, like, readers to read it? And it was, like, disabled representation, and I was like, am I missing something? Because I don't want to assume anything before it's, like, certainly stated that there is something in there. And I was like, okay, am I missing something? I don't know if it's like maybe later on that it's stated, but I was like, is it? The romance is fine. I mean, it's like one girl and there's two guys. I mean, okay. I just don't think it's to the hype right now. Now, I'm not even on halfway through, so maybe that might change, but I feel like there are things in here that are lacking. Like, I'm one of those people, like, if you give me a fantasy world, I want you to just describe everything to me, because you need to build up this world to me. And I feel like that doesn't really do it, because, again, and also, here's the thing, dragons are cool, okay? But descriptions, like, I want you to describe the dragons to me. Like, tell me about them. I feel like it's just missing the world building, essentially. That's like the main thing about it. But yeah, I'm gonna keep reading. That is one thing I am gonna commend it. It is compulsively readable. Like, it is one of those books where it propels me to read. I'm not gonna lie, it propels me to read, and we'll see how it goes once I reach the end. Yeah, the goal for next week, we'll see. But yeah, other than that, I don't want to give a concrete thought about it yet until I actually finish it, so that way I can give you my thoughts. But yeah, until then, I'll see you guys till next time. Bye! You know how I was just talking about how Celine was a problematic author? Lord Jesus, I'm seeing this thing about Yaros on social media. I don't know what's going on. I gotta look more into it, because I'm not, I don't know. Jesus. But yeah, I'm still gonna read the book. I mean, that wait list was already long as it is. It doesn't mean anything, okay? Just to let y'all know, I'm just gonna finish the book because I already have it. I'm just gonna finish it. So that's where it is, but I don't know, like, what's going on exactly politically. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat now. I'm gonna go eat dinner. Lord.